Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am at Peter Pan Land again. I've been here before. You may have seen the video before. It is very, very difficult to get to. The only way up is there's a stream through there. Let me see if I can, there's a stream through there that makes it the only way accessible to the beach. It comes out just behind me here, but it is a beautiful, gorgeous day. The lake report said the waves were 0 to maybe at the most 0.7 feet. I got a beautiful sunny day, and yeah, I just love coming here because, well, it's so stinking hard to get to. Nobody picks rocks down here. So yeah, I mean, already I see a unikite laying here in the beach there, just right on top. So I mean, it's not the best, it's just got one line of epidote through it, but yeah. So let's see what I can find, and I'll try not to do the take it back to my shed and video it thing, and show you as I find it. There is a public beach here that's probably a couple mile and a half that way, and it is very similar, I mean, as far as rocks in the water go, but it's much easier to get to, so it gets more picked over. The public beach is only a couple of 100 feet long. And I've noticed down there that this time of year there gets to be a great deal of scuzz in the water, and it's hard to identify the rocks. Like, oh, I don't know, that one looks kind of cool. But here, I think, thanks to the hydroelectric dam being so close and pulling in so much water and releasing so much water, that sometimes I don't think it gets a ton of scuzz here or much algae buildup. So I'm gonna keep looking, see what I can find, and yeah, I'll show you the highlights as I can find them. Here's one I often pick up. I know a lot of purists would pass it up because it's not extremely pretty, but those colors come through nice and subtle that as it gets polished, it does take a good polish, and as it gets polished up, those colors just kind of make it a nice, quaint little piece to lay on a decoration somewhere, and it's really pretty, really kind of relaxing to look at and enjoy, and light a candle next to it. That's what my wife has been doing, mixing candles with my stones, and it's been turning out very pretty and a nice way to decorate the house. So here's another one I know a lot of people would pass up, but I like the heavy quartz in it. That heavy quartz is great for tumbling, and it makes for a really good piece. And I might set this aside if I don't get too much weight today. I might take that home with me because I started to make spheres, and it's going to be a while before I finish making them, but because I need a better drill press. But yeah, I think I'll take this guy home with me if I got the weight, and eventually you'll see it turned into a sphere because it'll polish up great once it's rounded off. As I was setting down the previous rock, I spotted this one in the water. These tumble up nice. I mean, not great, but they do look cool when they're done. That little bluish green really comes through. So, and then as I was doing that, as I was picking that one up, I found another one, of course, because that's what tends to happen. So I found this guy. These, oddly enough, they look really weird, but they tumble up really well. I'm gonna need 2 hands to pick it up. I'm just holding my phone today. All right, hold on. Yeah, they look really weird, and they don't look that spectacular, but they polish up really well. I don't know what they are. I don't know what the mineral is. I don't know what the stone would be called. So if you know, let me know. But yeah, they tend to polish up really well. I don't know. I'll take this one. It's kind of a bigger, funkier fella, and too small for a sphere, but too big for me to really polish by tumbling. So at least with my current barrels. I suppose if I had a 12-pound barrel, it'd be a different story. And then I thought I saw something else here. Oh yeah, that guy. Got a whole pile of maybes laying on the beach now. I thought that might have been a piece of chert, judging by the way it was broken, but if it is, it's not really pretty enough to keep. Alright. Went for 2 pops of red in the water, because, that's kind of what you do when everything else looks the same, and some of them don't disappoint. This one here is just your typical granite, so that one's going to go back. But this guy, on the other hand, you can tell by the smoothness, it's heavy on quartz. There isn't a lot of mica in it, so there's not a lot of undercutting. And this one is going to tumble up just fantastic, almost a unakite-like stone. A lot of epidote quartz in it, so yeah, this is going to be a great tumble. So this one's definitely going home with me. Something else I just remembered, my sunglasses are polarized. I don't know if I can get this to focus through them. There's too much dirt on it. But it really helps to wear polarized lenses in the water, because it really helps you to see through the water and into what's underneath. So make sure as you rock hound you wear polarized lenses. I think that's a giant mudstone. Really fun. Not a keeper, not going to take that with me. I can't really work. Although it would make a really cool spear. I could tap it on that end, run it through there. Yeah. Maybe. Sometimes the beach just shows you what it wants you to pick. Yeah, that's definitely mica. It's definitely undercutting there. But it's also heavy on the quartz. Looks like maybe even some fluoride in there for a UV effect later. That will just about entirely tumble off. But yeah, I don't know, I'll take it, but I don't expect much out of it, but it'll be fun to tumble. Another couple of pieces that are heavy on the quartz. They're pretty much next to each other that I know a lot of people would pass up, but I think they are just really pretty when they tumble up. This guy is going to take a little while, but this one is going to not take very long, maybe a week, maybe two in the tumbler. They're heavy enough on quartz. That's what I found. You just kind of watch the quartz veins when you're picking, and you just kind of watch those veins, that amount of quartz in them, and that'll tell you whether they'll take a good polish. The black is, and then you check for the black to see if it's undercut, and that'll let you know if that's going to continue to undercut. Some people hate that, so, you know, if you're one of those, avoid that, you know, because it is going to continue to undercut as it polishes. But if you're someone who just, you know, you don't mind a little bit of pitting, you think it adds to the realism of the stone, then by all means, definitely find ones like this that are high on quartz. This one maybe not so much. This is a little rough, but this one for sure is a good keeper. So there's another kind I often pick up here. Again, it's just a conglomeration, but I know from tumbling these now, my experience, that these things will tumble in a uniform pattern. They won't get that undercutting on them, and they'll come out just looking really cool. And this one, honestly, I think I would like to say that I would cut it down into jewelry pieces, but I don't know how well they do. Maybe if I were to just glue them into a bezel or something, that would be okay, but I don't really have the means to make a good stone for a bezel, so. But I'm going to take it anyway, and I can always set it aside before I climb up that hill, because every pound that goes into the bag is way more work going up that hill. My apologies that I'm not showing these as I'm picking up out of the water, but I'm trying to work. I'm with just a handheld camera for a change and trying to give you better close-ups of what I find. And this is definitely a keeper. This is going to be so pretty. All those gorgeous hues of reds, heavy on the quartz. Yeah, this is going to be gorgeous. That's why I love coming here. The color variations in these stones are so phenomenal that, you know, it's like you could really pass them up, but honestly, they tumble up and they look so pretty when they're done that they're just hard to pass up once you know how they turn out in a tumble and polish. So yeah, definitely that one is going to be a keeper. You're definitely going to see that one later. And then, of course, sometimes the beach gives you one. I got a little friend trying to pay me a visit. It's fine as long as he doesn't try to fly inside my shoe or crawl inside my shoe. Yeah, that one's going to be a fun tumble. It'll tumble up pretty. So sometimes when I'm combing a beach, I don't know how you do it. I mean, everybody has a different preference, but I kind of watch for that brokenness here, like you see in this one. And it's a good sign that it's a quartz, calcite, something heavier. I know if you're used to looking for agates, that's something you're probably going to go for anyway. But, oh, look at that. Heavy on the feldspar piece. Yeah, that is definitely a good piece of quartz. That's going to tumble up. It's going to take a little while to tumble up, but it's going to be very pretty when it does. Let's see if I can get the sun shining through it on camera. Yeah, I can see it. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. But yeah, definitely a good piece of quartz. And a half decent piece of feldspar heavy granite. I believe that one's an amygdaloidal rhyolite. They're easy to spot because they're so red. They just pop right up against the background. But these tumble up great too. They make a half decent cab. Not crazy pretty when you put them next to like a Botswana agate, but they're definitely very cool, especially for a West Michigan stone. And then sometimes you get lucky and you find one that's already ready for stage 2. I might send it through stage 1 for a week to get a groove like that out, but yeah, it's got some grooving there. But yeah, it's almost stage 2 ready. One of the advantages of picking in a Great Lake, or along a seashore too, or a beach, a lake shore in this case. Yeah, sometimes they come out of the giant all-natural tumbler ready to go into yours in a later stage. Spotted this little chocolate-covered strawberry guy down there, and I thought that'd be fun. I don't know how well it'll tumble, but it's cool enough. I'm going to take it with, and might tumble down thin enough that I could even just slap it straight into a pendant if it gets light enough. Fun. Another easy to pass up, but very pretty to tumble, heavy on the quartz. That's going to be a pain in the rear, but this side will turn out great. I've been trying to find, maybe I can find some fossils around here. The water, it's very hard to find them. That's why I'm mostly grabbing the stuff that pops out like this. And the rhyolites, but I'll try to go back along the shore. I know I found Petoskey's here before, and I found that siliconized fossils, I think that it was called. I don't know what the exact fossil was, but yeah, I'm going to keep looking. I'm getting skunked. Every time I pull up something, it turns out to be something else, so I guess I'll just keep looking and try to develop an eye for the things. Wow, fun. I'm not sure what it is, but I'll throw it in the tumbler. That's going to be cool. When you see that much red, you got to grab it. I assume it's brick, a piece of brick, but oh. Wow. Okay, that is definitely not a brick, and that is very cool. That is going home. It's a nice piece of amygdaloidal rhyolite just laying in the beach, getting gently washed by the waves. That's a pretty one. That's going to be a lot of weight in the backpack. But I don't know if those cracks run all the way through it or not, but that would make a pretty sphere too. Or at least a good practice run on one. Of course, eventually I'll be making spheres out of stones that are actually cool, but I'm going to give it a miss because of all the fractures, but still cool that it's just laying there on the beach. I've been tumbling a lot of obsidian lately, and that one kind of caught my eye. It's obsidian-like. Definitely not obsidian, but still a cool black rock. Nice speckling in it. Gosh, I would love to make a sphere out of that thing. Yeah. You can't keep them all, right? And this one would definitely add to my adventure trying to go up the hill. So I think I'm going to give this one a miss. Really would like to take it, but oh well. The water is really murky here because I'm right against the cliff face, or the clay cliff. And I think, though, if I can switch arms here, I think I found something decent. That is a very cool piece of heavy quartz piece. That is going to be a fun tumble. It's going to take a couple weeks to get that out of there and get that down, but at the end of it, it is going to be a really cool shaped. It's going to maintain mostly that shape as it goes through. It's going to come out, you know, about a quarter inch, half inch in every direction smaller. So that's still going to be really cool. That one's fun. Just spotted it as I was coming across the beach. Got some fun patterns on it. Fun wear. Almost looks like water itself, the way it wore. Probably, a shale, slate, something like that. But definitely not a keeper, but that is really cool. And then there's this. Just hiding in a little shadow there. I don't know. Had sun on it. I could tell if it was a quartz right away, but Oh, jeez. Still can't tell. I was hoping the lines would be a little more dominant. If they were, I would take it. But as it is, it was a fun little find. It's a fun rosy granite piece. Kind my wife would say would be great for a countertop. Sadly, all the time I've spent coming here, I haven't really fully explored the beach, and I just found another really cool stream. And I know I was going to head to the stream on the other end because that tends to be where I found the best fossils have been in that stream or near that stream. So I think I'm just gonna climb up here a little bit, see if I can find something up here in this little swell or swayback or whatever you would call that. And yeah, then I gotta start heading back. I got work and, you know, real life stuff. Boo. I think it worked. I think I found one. Get out in the light. Yup. Little piece of siliconized fossil. Very cool. Glad I came up here. Was that a piece of something? Then of course you got the red always popping out up here. That's always kind of cool. Oh, a little piece of quartz. That'll be good tumbling material. I've been picking up so much big stuff. I need some little stuff for tumbling against, so that'll be perfect. Glad I found that. Get it out in the light here. Yeah, those are really cool. Okay, gonna have to explore more of this stream, see if I can find some more. An odd, fun little piece of quartz I just pulled up. That was really cool. I love the lines through it, how symmetrical they are. That's gonna be a fun tumble. Coming out of that stream, a fun little, you can see where the heavy rains kind of funneled down through the little gorge there. Made a sand wash and then left a thin layer of clay rising to the top to dry in the sun and make a cool little effect. That was really cool. Just found some deer track down on the beach. That was kind of cool. So even those varmints make it down here. All right, that's gonna be it for me today. As you see I hope you can see in the background there's a boat there, a large ship pulling into the Ludington Harbor. It just honked. Had some fishermen out keeping company, and now it's time to make that that trek up the hill. That's the reason why the rock picking's so good down here. Every pound is an extra pound you got to carry up. So but I'm gonna take my time, take it slow and breathe as I need to. And thanks guys for joining me on the journey. This has been fun. It's been a nice little excursion for the day, and I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. Whew. That took 15 minutes with that weight on my back. Well, plus a break. Wouldn't it be really funny if I forgot my phone at the bottom of the hill? And if you're laughing, you're mean.